Hello everyone and welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series South Point 400 from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The opener in the round of 8 in the Cup Series playoffs. Kyle Larson, to no one's surprise, is on pole and leads us to the green. We are underway here in Las Vegas. Larson out front over Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney as we go into turn 1 for the first time here in Las Vegas. A race that has been incredibly chaotic in every series for the last couple of seasons. We have been doing these simulations. Earlier in the spring, this is where Christopher Bell got his first win of the season, as now Larson is leading Blaney in second. Blaney and Bell, of course, both shockingly eliminated in the round of 12, as Larson leads under the 45 of Reddick working his way into second. No surprise that Larson and Reddick are doing well early. This track sets up really well. The next two races sets up well for them. At Vegas and Homestead, both very good drivers at those racetracks, running the high side of the racetrack and having a lot of speed in their race cars. And Larson showing that early already, driving away with the race lead here in Las Vegas. In real life, he's looking for 3 Vegas wins in a row. See if he can get a win here in our universe for the first time in Vegas, as Larson leads early here in Vegas. And now later in stage on lap 34, Christopher Bell in the 20 now giving Larson a challenge as they go through lap traffic, lapping Ryan Preece and soon to be Corey LaJoie. In the 51, Bell and Larson continue to battle for the race lead. Some good race up here. Larson's been in control. He'll just beat Christopher Bell for that lap led, but Bell still fighting Larson with everything he's got for the race lead. See Bell trying to get back to the point here in Vegas, as then Christopher Bell will do that. Bell on the outside lane to the race lead. For the first time today, it is now Christopher Bell out front here in Las Vegas. He's gotten around the 5 of Kyle Larson, who has been so dominant to start this day. But the question is, can Bell hold on as he's racing LaJoie and Shane Van Gisbergen in the 16 just ahead of him for the race lead here in the stage win. But Bell got too high. Larson trying to go to the inside, moves him just a tad up out of the lane that Christopher Bell wants to be in. Larson at the bottom. He will take the lead back and go to the inside of SVG, put him a lap down. What a run to start this race for Kyle Larson. The 5 car is flying as he's right back out front here in Vegas after only 1 lap relinquished to Christopher Bell. It is Larson just dominating so far here in Las Vegas in stage number 1. Now to lap 46. That's the 9 of Chase Elliott, playoff contender with huge issues. A header failure on that car has knocked Chase Elliott, one of the favorites to make the Final 4, out of this race in Vegas, and he will finish dead last, 37th. It's going to be detrimental to his race, as Kyle Larson will win stage 1 in dominating fashion here in Las Vegas. Ryan Blaney way back, like 6 to 8 seconds behind Larson, comes home in second in the stage, followed by Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, your top 5, then Byron Hamlin, 2 playoff drivers, 6th and 7th, and then Gibbs, Logano, and Kyle Busch, your top 10. Larson dominates and wins stage 1 here in Las Vegas. A good start to the round of 8 for the championship favorite. Your regular season champion is now. We are underway in stage 2. A lot of lap cars at the front here. Bubba Wallace, John Hunter Nemechek, Suarez, Bowman. Because of the timing of that stage 1 yellow, got these guys at the back end of the lead lap, so they restart in front of your leaders. They're trying to race their way back on lead lap. It's the same situation that we had at Talladega when Hamlin was leading and had everyone else trapped a lap down. Almost the exact same scenario here in Vegas. C. Bell's 3 wide with Jimmy Johnson and SVG right now. That is not a spot you want to be in as we toss the yellow. Going to 3 and 4. Bell gets up the track. Logano pushes him up there, and Bell bouncing on into the wall. There goes Christopher Bell in the 20. Head-on impact. He gets taken out from the top 5 with a vicious hit in the outside wall. The bumper from Shane Van Gisbergen. Josh Berry has collected a little bit of damage on the 19, but the 20 of Bell destroyed. One of the fastest cars out here competing for the win. Bell is done, and his horrible luck these final 10 races of the season continues here in Vegas for your defending champion. And now on this restart, it'll be Logano and Blaney the front row on lap 85 to get back in the right. Blaney somehow has no hood. I don't know how the 12 got that damage, but that's not looking good. So there's Logano leading. Larson now right there behind him in second. William Byron still in the picture in the 24. He has been having a phenomenal run today here in Vegas, trying to go to the championship for in our universe for the very first time in his career. Of course, in real life, he made it last season, almost won it. They're 3 wide behind us, but Byron taking second from Larson. Logano still leading this race, being able to hold out the lap car of Michael McDowell, Bubba Wallace, Bowman. A lot of good guys are trapped a lap down right now due to the timings of the cautions. Now here comes Larson looking to take the lead away from Joey Logano on lap 87, and he will. Larson back to the point here in Vegas, where he's been for so long in this race already. Larson continuing to dominate, and now a caution's come out because Eric Jones, I believe, and Todd Gilliland have had an accident that we missed, so they are done. Of course, Jones was in the playoffs in the last round of 12. He won Talladega earlier in the season, was eliminated quietly the last round, and now not a good start for after his playoff exit for Jones, working out of the races. This is now the 8 of Kyle Busch taking the lead here in Las Vegas. How about that? Kyle Busch leading the way here in Las Vegas. Wouldn't it be fitting if he won here in Vegas to continue the streak of 20 straight years with a win? That would be something, but he's still winless, and he's got to execute today. He's running out of opportunities. It's either this week, Homestead, Martinsville, or Phoenix. Those are his only shots to win a race, or else the streak will be over for Kyle Busch as he leads the way. Larson still trying to negotiate his way through traffic right now, racing Ricky Stenhouse, Michael McDowell back there. Of course, remember, McDowell's in the playoffs too, but it's Busch leading Byron, Hamlin, Truex, 3 playoff drivers in a row behind him, but Kyle Busch leading in stage 2 in Las Vegas. And now on lap 138 is Denny Hamlin in the 11, who is going to the lead on lap 130. Hamlin gets around Kyle Busch, who's stuck behind Harrison Burton, and it'll now be Denny Hamlin, championship contender, leading for the first time here in Las Vegas in stage 2, continuing to do so down the backstretch. That's the 16. Shane Van Gisbergen is absolutely destroyed. We missed what happened, but the 16 has heavy hood damage. He is done for the day. He was already struggling as it was, but he is done. Van Gisbergen out, it looks like, with Bubba Wallace in the 23, who is destroyed there on pit road. That is huge implications. Yeah, and indeed, Bubba Wallace is going to be out of this race. Our second playoff driver to DNF. He joins Chase Elliott, who finished dead last. So Wallace is going to end up 31st here in Las Vegas. Disastrous for the driver, the 23, who's been quietly consistent throughout these playoffs, doing a great job, putting himself in position. And made his way all the way this round, and not a great start, crashing out as now they're almost wrecking behind us, but it is Denny Hamlin still leading as we toss the yellow there, so they're going to race back to the line here. As I was trying to get all these guys in front of them and get the order all fixed up. So through the yellow, Hamlin now racing Daniel Hemrick. Austin Dillon comes down from the 11, gets turned. There goes your leader. Denny Hamlin wrecked from the lead here in Las Vegas. Unbelievable. What are the odds? Denny Hamlin just got taken out from the race lead. Something always happens to him when he's in a good spot to make the Final Four, or in the Final Four to win the championship. And once again, here it is at Las Vegas. He gets dumped by the 31 and the 3. And Hamlin's still in the race, but he is damaged and is not going to have the same speed in that car that he had from the lead. Now it is the Hendrick boys back out front. William Byron in the 24 and Kyle Larson in the 5 as Byron gets by the 12 of Ryan Blaney. So Byron, your leader. Tyler Reddick right behind him in second. Still trying to survive to the end of stage 2. Got about 20 some odd laps to go in this stage. William Byron's doing a great job showing lots of leaders. Behind us, someone I think went flying. And there's a huge crash. We got cars upside down into 3 and 4. That's Brad Keselowski, Nemechek, Haley Priest is piled in as Keselowski sent Austin Cindric at a horrible angle for a hellacious hit to the inside safer barrier. He cleans out Josh Berry, who's just minding his own business. And then in the process, Keselowski merging back onto the racetrack, gets himself hooked by Nemechek upside down. Up and over, collects the innocent Justin Haley, who also goes up and over. And you see Ryan Preece coming in with the ARCA brakes on Nemechek. And so just like that, there goes 6 guys out of this race. Hamlin narrowly scoots by, limping around out there with no back bumper from that huge crash from the lead for him. So yeah, now just like that, we're down to 24 cars in this race. Bubba Wallace out in 30th. You got Cindric, Berry, Priest, Haley, Keselowski all out of the race. And now back at the front of the field, I believe it is Kyle Busch and Joey Logano here too. There's Ross Chastain for some reason has decided to go race on the apron right now. So he's doing his thing down there. Almost took out his teammate Suarez. But we stay green. We continue on here. Down the backstretch heading towards 3 and 4. Byron leading Larson there, trying to follow him through on the inside lane. Larson now goes a little bit up to the top, and Larson gets turned. There goes the 5. The dominant car of the day in the wall. Destroyed. There goes the 5 of Larson. He came up and got turned by Michael McDowell, a fellow playoff driver who is struggling. And the favorite to win this race is done. That is Kyle Larson. He will crash out after leading 80 laps and winning stage 1. Larson is done in a wild turn of events here in stage 2, has unleashed all the chaos compared to the very calm stage 1 here in Las Vegas, as is now Tyler Reddick and William Byron fighting for the race lead. This has put William Byron in a really good spot to get points. Same for Martin Truex, who's battling for 3rd place. But Reddick, of course, missed the playoffs because he could not find a way to win a race in the regular season, but has been incredibly fast and consistent in these playoffs since he's been eliminated. He has already clinched 17th in the point standings to finish out the season with 3 races to go because he has such a large gap. And he's racing William Byron, who's trying to win his way in the championship 4 to get back to Phoenix, where he won earlier this season, which would be massive for the 24. But is Reddick leading the way now in the last lap of stage 2? Looks like Tyler Reddick will be cruising to, I believe, now his 7th stage win of the season. He would be in the round of 8 if he was in the playoffs. Unfortunately, he's not. So Tyler Reddick will win stage 2 here in Las Vegas. William Byron is 2nd, getting very good points. Logano is a lap down in 6th. Truex 3rd. There's Chastain, Suarez 7th and 10th. You got all the other guys. Hamlin will end up 4th. Kyle Busch 5th on the lead lap. And then Logano, Chastain, Gibbs, Blaney, Suarez 6th through 10th, all a lap down with the weird order of the cars. Now, once again, it is Reddick and Byron on the front row now with the 8 of Kyle Busch still in the picture. Busch has a really fast car. He led some laps earlier. He is fighting Byron for 2nd now. And you see the race right here. Hamlin continuing to limp around out there, just trying to salvage whatever points he can. Whatever fish he can get with that destroyed back bumper after getting taken out by Hemrick and Dillon. And now it is still Tyler Reddick now leading the way here in Las Vegas. A few laps later, Kyle Busch now takes the lead here with just 92 laps to go. It is Kyle Busch back out front here in Las Vegas, trying to continue 20 straight years with a win. In trouble into 3 and 4. Later, say just Cody Ware and Daniel Hemrick have gone around. And 3 and 4, Hemrick just runs right into the 15. And as they get back going here, Jimmy Johnson's able to get by. And then Noah Gragson runs right into the 31. Completely taking them both out of the race. And here comes your leaders. Kyle Busch trying to squeeze through. It's the 31. And no. There goes Kyle Busch, and again, heartbreak for Kyle Busch, as every time he's in a good spot to win a race, something happens. Now he gets wrecked out from the lead. And in the final stage is now William Byron, basically the only car on the lead lap here, as Hamlin, Truex, and Reddick have now been pushed to the back end of the lead lap because of the weird timing of when the caution happened and such and such. So now is basically, unless William Byron has some sort of catastrophic issue, a de facto win for him. See the race recap scrolling by the bottom of your screen. You saw Larson won stage 1, wrecked out, as Blaney and LaJoie almost wrecked the field. LaJoie into the wall, no caution, we stay green. But LaJoie almost caused a huge wreck. You see then, of course, Reddick won stage 2. Elliott's out of the race. Seabell is out from the lead. Just chaos here in Las Vegas. William Byron continuing to lead this race over his teammate Bowman, who hasn't got any stage points. But you know what? He stayed in the race. And that might be enough to salvage some points, not be a huge gap. Now we're going to be back underway, as Stenhouse has had a header failure, and now it is just 22 to go in Las Vegas. William Byron still the only car in the lead lap. Should be in cruise control to victory here. The fight is basically for 2nd. Continue to scroll through the race recap. You see, of course, Keselowski involved in that big wreck, and then Kyle Busch taken out 60 laps ago when he was leading. Just tragic for the 8. Heartbreak for him again. He can't catch a break. A lot of the best cars today have been wrecked, damaged, or either trapped a lap down. And this has now put William Byron in a basically 99.9% chance to advance to the championship 4. All he has to do is not wreck his race car or blow an engine. Here we are, white flag, this time by white flag, final lap, presented by Credit One Bank here in Las Vegas for William Byron, who's about to lock himself into the championship 4 for the first time. Actually, in our universe, it will be the 2nd time. In our universe, he made it in 2022 to compete for the championship. Looking to do it once again here in 2024. He won in Phoenix earlier this season. Well, guess what? When he goes back there in 3 weeks, he will be fighting for a championship. William Byron wins in Las Vegas. He's going to the championship 4. Tyler Reddick 2nd. Once again, so close to victory. Truex 3rd, Chastain 4th, Logano rounds out the top 5. Then it is Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Briscoe somehow gets a top 10 finish. So there you go. William Byron wins the South Point 400, advances to the championship 4. That's 2 wins in a row for Byron now. He is on a roll at the right time. He has gotten hot. As there are your final race results. Byron the winner. Reddick still hasn't found victory lane, sitting there in second. Truex a good point, staying in third. Hamlin survives to come home seventh. Bowman salvages an 8th place finish after what looked like a 15th place day. And then, of course, heartbreak for Larson out of this race in 23rd after dominating. McDowell never had a good car. Bubba Wallace taken out early. Same for Chase Elliott. A lot of playoff implications. It's going to be a wild playoff grid. Of course, the heartbreak for Kyle Busch as well there in 20th. How about Jimmy Johnson coming home 12th? Shout out to him having a legacy performance. And here is your Cup Series playoff grid after the Round of 8 opener in Vegas. Next week, we will be at Homestead Miami Speedway. William Byron, the only one who knows his fate. He is locked into the Championship 4 with his win today, so he can relax the next 2 weeks. Denny Hamlin, a good 29-point cushion. Truex above by 21 in his final season. Both looking very good. And Larson, even though he wrecked out because he got that stage win, is on the bubble, but with a solid 17-point cushion over his teammate of Alex Bowman. Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell already in must-win territory after one race, being out by 36, 41, and 43. It's an uphill climb for those guys to make the Final Four, but Byron is in. And before we end the episode, as always, I want to give a shout-out to my channel members. Thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley. Your support means a lot to me, helps this channel continue to do great things, and I really appreciate it. And if any of you viewers want to become members as well, you can click the join button or the link in the description down below, and you can get access to exclusive perks such as early access to my videos, your name on the NASCAR Heat 5 Season 3 finale paint scheme, and much, much more. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.